Hello.
Hi. Are you excited to talk about our new show that's coming
I am
out?
super excited.
You should be, because for the first time, Hamilton Selway is kind of doing something a little different.
Yes.
So we have our new show, Throughline, a Continuum of Art.
Yes.
We're bringing in kind of new artists that are living today when most people know us to work in secondary market.
Yes.
And one of which is one that you found on your recent trip to Seoul, Korea.
Well, I actually I didn't find her during the trip, but I had been introduced to her by a dealer client that I work with out of Seoul.
Right.
Her name is Hyeji Choi, and she is a very talented, very young contemporary painter. And she does this really unique technique where she uses cement mixed with acrylic to create these really beautiful landscapes and portraits that come out really, really beautiful. And it's just a very unique technique, I think, that she does.
Which is insane, because we do have the works here now. And I think the first thing when you told me cement, I just thought these things are going to weigh 10,000 pounds.
Right. Well, funny, when I went to the show, I actually thought the same, because some were smaller, but there was like really large scale pieces there. So I thought to myself, and I remember asking her like, hey, how much does this weigh? And she was like, oh, it's pretty heavy. But to my surprise, when we lifted it up, it actually wasn't that heavy.
Which was crazy. And then there were also all these layers that kind of come with it, because her technique isn't just there's cement and there's paint. It's almost like this layered effect that she creates that sort of makes it almost like a sculpture painting.
Right. Oh yeah, I can see that for sure.
It's kind of a weird combination of the two things, because you want to see it as a painting, which it is.
Yeah.
But when you look at it in depth, like when you were in Seoul and you sent those videos that we have, and you could see kind of that side view, it was like, whoa, there's so many layers that she does to kind of create these environments.
Yeah.
When you first saw her though, like what did you think about when you were looking at her works? Like when you saw like what kind of iconography she used and what her scenes were, like what were you first thinking when you first saw those?
Well, the first thing that came to mind was how she breaks down the forms to it. She breaks down the subjects to like the simplest forms. Mm-hmm. She removes the face. She allows the shapes of landscape, shapes of people. You see the true essence of that subject through texture. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was really interesting. She left details on clothing. She left details on objects, but when it came to the figures, human figures, she would strip the details away, which I really liked, because it allowed me to see the image in a different light. And that's why I thought she would be a good fit for Julian Opie, to have a great dialogue there, because Julian Opie does the same thing essentially. Yeah. He strips the human form to its basic essentials. And I think to see those two together in the future for our show, it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, it was definitely the first dialogue that I saw as well, that looking at her artworks, you know, Julian Opie is always known for having movement, some kind of movement. And one of the pieces that you showed me was just all these people sort of walking and moving around. Yeah. And I really love that concept. It's so simple. It's something we all do every day, but both of these artists have kind of in their own ways figured out how to express it in an artistic form.
Yeah.
Something that's so basic. Some man walking with a suitcase like Julian Opie does, and then somebody sitting on a park bench like Hyeji Choi does. And there's something that people do every day, but they've turned them into these artistic expressions, which is really interesting to see.
Yeah. And when I was there, I asked her who inspired her. And funny enough, without me guiding, she was just like, oh, Julian Opie's one of my inspirations. And you could clearly see that in the work. And it wasn't a copy per se, it was just her interpretation of how she strips down. You know, Julian Opie, he strips down it more to the lines, the silhouettes, and hers is more textural because of the technique that she uses, the medium. So it's really exciting.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see them two together when we have our show on December 13th. So everybody should remember that.
December 13th.